What's up, everyone? I'm Carrot. This is It's the Nine Ball. Welcome to ALWT Gaming, all things gaming, where we talk about gaming news. That's right. We just sit here and talk about nerdy things while being nerds. Unfortunately, our main co-host Malachi36 could not be here today. He's just still under the weather, but that's life. That's life. I feel like the new year he needs to get it all out of his system and just start fresh and brand new. Just brand new. Speaking of a new year and brand new, I wasn't here last time because unfortunately I was starting off my brand new year in a vacation mode. So, Nine Ball, it is good to see you in 2023, good sir. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Just great.
Yeah, just great today. Got off of work, just sitting down, and I don't know about the, I don't know.
Just talk some gaming news and then go back to
It's,
gaming, huh?
yeah, might do some ass to do. I got a couple other games and stuff I would want to check out.
Master Duel's good. Yeah, I know they just recently launched a new tourney in there, a little new tourney. So, guys, if you play Master Duel, log on, get your free gems, and then start opening some packs and making some fun decks. Me personally, like I said, I was actually in a vegetative mode on vacation earlier, so I missed the first stream. Sorry about that, guys. But I was there in spirit. Um, Pretty much, I've just been playing online. Been playing Cosmo Tier a lot. They've done some updates to that game and made it a lot of fun. Played some Timberborn. Got into RimWorld. Just oh, sorry, I'm eating my beard. The one downside of having a beard is you sometimes eat it. um, Although it tastes very good because I keep it clean. Um, so just been playing some strategy games. Been playing Grounded, Phasmophobia with Nine Ball and our friends. Hey, it's Ab. Grabby shout out to you guys if you're watching. So waiting for new updates on Phasmo for sure. Cannot wait for the next set that they do to us. Sunny Meadows gives big promises, so hopefully they do that with the rest of them. So yeah, like just having fun times. I'm pretty sure if Malachi was here, he would say he's been online, shooting people in Call of Duty Warzone, ruining kids' lives with that, then also screaming at FIFA, his normal stuff.
Yeah,
He's
been
also been playing Mass Effect too, so I'm very proud of him for playing through Mass Effect. It makes me happy.
actually
Little
been going
tear.
through. We have been going through a lot of control.
I've heard about
Um,
that game, not touched it, but probably should.
besides been playing a lot of games with the kids.
Yes,
I did run into some weird animes I might check out. I can't remember the names of them right now, but I'll have to hit them back up to you when I start watching
yep.
them.
New year, new
Um,
animes are coming out for sure, guys. If you're on Crunchyroll, High Dive, check out those lists. Check the new updates because they're coming. Before he's already out. Grace by the Gods actually has got a second season coming, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, guys.
we played some. It's like a Phasmophobia-ish game.
Is that
Um,
that one that's in Roblox that you told me about? Oh,
yeah, they have two of them. Paranautica and what is that? Spectre. Paranautica and Doors.
hmm, interesting. They can't play the real Phasma, but they can play the Roblox version, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
you know, if they're gonna have fun, they're gonna have fun with it. So let's go ahead and jump into the news. I know that's like horrible segues, but it's a brand new year. I'm gonna screech the brakes, start it over again, and then we'll keep rolling on later. Um, First up, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but PS5 and Discord have a future. Cameron Koch from GameSpot, PlayStation 5 7.0 update will bring two major features to Sony's console. Don't know why I said conclusion, in the form of full Discord integration and the ability to stream PS5 games via the cloud. According to as reported by Insider Gaming, the major firmware update is currently scheduled for March 8th, 2023, with a public beta slated to arrive in the coming days. However, that the beta will not include Discord integration for testing and will instead presumably focus on the new ability to stream PS5 games via the cloud. PS5 game streaming is reportedly exclusive to members of PlayStation Plus Premium, the most expensive tier of the revamped PlayStation Plus. It's long been known that Sony has sought to more closely link PlayStation and Discord. Sony president and CEO Jim Ryan announced the partnership with Discord back in May 2021 when he said, "Our teams are already hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on the PlayStation Network." The goal, Ryan said, was to bring the platforms closer together by allowing friends, groups, and communities to hang out, have fun, and then communicate more easily while playing games together. PlayStation users can currently link their Discord accounts and display their PSN ID on their Discord profile, which also displays when PS4 or PS5 games are being played. Now, to me, this just seems normal. Like I with the way that technology is going, especially after COVID events and all, with everyone going to work at home environments, a lot of them, or half home, half offices, kind of getting into Discord and fully trying to get that going, that doesn't surprise me. What kind of concerns me is just the fact that they're not going to do a beta for it. And so it makes it sound like they've already got this link figured out. And their biggest concern, which obviously it should be, is just the cloud streaming. But you would think that they would try and do both at the same time because I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people running Discord and cloud streaming at the same time. So you'd think they'd want to stress test the two together, at least in my opinion. Nine Ball,
Um,
what do you think of that?
well, the whole thing about that one, it may not be an issue. PlayStation streams, I did a couple test streams on theirs. They stream using a totally different method. I don't think the lack of Discord will really hurt the streaming part. I'm more worried about how will it integrate with the main Discord. Will you be able to talk between, your friends on the PC and maybe Xbox? Hopefully you can. You should be able to. I mean, I don't think that should be an issue if it's just integrating Discord, which I think would be good. I mean, we would be able to more readily all talk together other than us. Like, for example, when me and Flash, sometimes we play Final Fantasy 14. I got
Mhm.
to turn on my PlayStation 5 to talk to him when
That's
I'm
right,
playing
because
on PC.
yeah, you've got it on PC. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's using the Xbox. I mean, not. Oh God, I'm sorry. PlayStation. He's using a PlayStation 5. I'm using the PC,
Mhm.
and I'm using the headphones from the um on the PS5, so I can't really hear the game on the PC.
Yeah,
So I
that
think this would
definitely
be,
would do it.
yeah,
Mm.
this would be a big plus for me. They should have. I'm glad that they're getting it done now. I didn't know Xbox already had it integrated, but I'm glad
Yeah.
to see Sony is doing it. As for the cloud streaming, I don't know what does. I don't need to read more into that. Like, what does that all entail?
So the cloud streaming, if I remember, it's kind of like just any form of cloud streaming of gaming, to where it's like, I think, I can't remember which system did it, but I want to say probably like Switch or something did, towards like it's the game is being streamed, like it's not stored on your actual console, it's played through
Uh,
via the cloud. It's that type of form as what they're doing. So the problem with that though, and it's actually better, a little bit better than Nintendo because it's stationary. No one's walking around their PS5 strapped to their back, a monitor on like a little cable thing in front of them with their controller walking around going, "Yeah, man." No, no one's doing that. The bigger problem is, and I say bigger problem because I really feel for these people, is those who are out in areas that do not have the good reception. You can barely chat in game at the same time, with people, who barely have enough to, um, just go through and really like get that download speed, get that upload speed to be able to do both at the same time. Like I feel like that is something that they should look at, is there a way to help mitigate that a bit? And to be honest, the answer is probably no. It's probably back down to just it's your service, either you upgrade or you're just out of luck, you know. So that's the only concern I've got with it, is those people are, those situations where it's like you lose connectivity to like your internet or something. Like if I were to lose connectivity to my internet, I still have physical copies of the game that I can just log in and play, play in an offline mode. If you're running full cloud storage games and your system goes out, I hope you got a book, because you ain't gonna play playing anything.
okay, you don't need a book. Just sit down.
Nightball's like, just sit down and take a nap. He's like, no, we
You'll be
don't need
fine.
that. We
You'll
don't
be
need
fine,
that.
kids. No, yeah, that could be a problem. Number two, you're gonna be streaming. You're gonna be basically double streaming because you're gonna be bringing that in. It's gonna be downloading or streaming through at the same time. You're gonna be streaming at the thing. And everybody knows cloud streaming. I haven't tried it recently. I need to give it a go. But cloud streaming is infamous for its sometimes, like you said, laggy connection. This could cause lag or slowdown during your streams. I prefer personally, like you said, I prefer to even if you didn't buy the game or have it on a hard copy, at least have it downloaded to your console so it can play off your console. Or like you said, a hard copy would probably be the two best ways. I don't really think that, to be honest, that the streaming thing is. I don't know. It's just I don't really like it.
I've never been a big fan of it either. And you did bring up a good point there. Is it can be laggy, and that I feel like could even be on reliable networks too, because you're having to connect into wherever they're hosting their cloud storage. And I don't know if they've built their own or if they're using a third party to do this. Better not be Amazon because we all remember their Q simulator when they were doing their stuff. So unless they've got something better with their cloud system, I don't I
They
don't deal with
are
that with them.
supposed to. They were supposed to have like I don't know. They were supposed to have really good cloud service, but I don't know what happened to it.
I don't
It
know
went
either.
somewhere.
But it's also interesting that they're only including this with the top tier PlayStation Plus um, tier. Sorry for that. So it's like it's just a normal PlayStation Plus member. You can't do cloud streaming. So if you want to do this, you have to pay more to do it. So I'm wondering if that's to offset the cost of that storage of them having to pay for whatever it is they're hosting, or if they build something to host it on, if they have their own build, so I wonder if that's to kind of offset because I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like cloud storage, like even though it's becoming kind of the norm, I don't think it's that cheap right now comparatively to I mean now server side is definitely still expensive as well. Any type of server system is expensive, but I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like if you really wanted a true test of it, you would put it to everyone. Like give it to option to as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can do this. Now maybe you limit some of them, to certain, aspects or something. Maybe like I can only do like one or two games a day, maybe or something. Like I'm like shooting like way out left fields from my butt here, guys. But you know, just random thoughts and just curiosity there, because we unfortunately are not the ones who made the decision here. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the beta and like how that runs. I'm glad they're getting Discord because then like you could just pull up on your phone, on your PC, wherever, and just talk to people now, not having to use three
Yeah.
different apps. I like that capability of like kind of consolidating stuff. Now people are like concerned because like, oh no, it's a monopoly, it's a monopoly. I'm like, I mean, you can still have your own talk app. Like there are gonna be people who don't even want Discord and just want to use a PlayStation app. That's fine. They're gonna do that, guys. I can still talk to people on a PlayStation app on my phone. That's still available. But a larger majority of people use Discord for group channels, for group setups, for like Valorant, Apex, Call of Duty. They got their own like little sets and cultures on there. So the fact that they're putting it on the PlayStation is, I feel like a good thing, and can't wait to see them fully launch it for that. So
Yeah.
yeah, good going PlayStation. Now let's get crossplay fully evolved, and then we'll be even better.
One thing at a time.
But you know what's not better, Nineball? It's the Suicide Squad leaks. Ethan Gotch from Kotaku. A lot of fans' expectations are riding on Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Nearly 8 years after Arkham Knight closed out Rocksteady's Batman trilogy, and just a few months after sister studios Warner Brothers, Montreal's extremely middling Gotham Knights, people are hungry for a solid DC superhero game. and especially one that's fun and not bogged down in, pardon his French here, bullshit. But a new leak is conjuring exactly those fears with a screenshot that looks busy enough to be out of a Call of Duty Warzone matchmaking lobby. The leak originated on 4chan, made its way to Reddit, and proceeded to spread across Twitter on Tuesday. The screenshot shows Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, King Shark, and Deadshot huddled together on what appears to be Suicide Squad's home screen. There are options to matchmake, set the difficulty, and select which chapter to play, but there's also a reference to a store, character cosmetics, and a battle pass along the top of the screen. Each character also has two numbers below it, and there to appear to be at least six types of currency. I'm just going to say this right now. I don't like microtransactions, and if they throw them in there, I'm not even going to touch them. So, and I just hope that they just make the game good. Like, so long as the story is good and the multiplayer is not complete and utter bullshit trash, I don't care about the battle pass stuff. That's something they're trying to me, that feels like something they're trying to layer on to get extra money and just like try and be cute and like do stuff. I feel like we can still do the game and still do multiplayer without that. I feel like that's just noise in there. Now, if it's not noise and it's tied in somehow, I really do think we're going to have a problem here.
No, they're going to have a problem.
Well, I mean, we're going to have a problem because we're going to be disappointed. They're going to have a problem because they're going to suffer for it. But Nineball, what does this story say to you?
There's a bunch of problems. Hopefully, they still got time. They can take it out, even if they push it back some. For starters, I'm surprised 4chan even exists.
I was
But
actually surprised to see that there too.
4chan, I think they got banned in 8chan and stuff, but that's an argument for another day. 6 modes of currency. What are you doing? We don't have to confuse people.
I mean, you've got quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies,
We don't need.
dollars, and half dollars. You're gonna be able to collect change in there.
We don't need 6 types of currency. It doesn't make. Don't do this. Don't
Yeah.
confuse half your players.
I mean,
Make it
even
one.
League of Legends, Apex, Smite, Valorant, all them, they've only got two. Like they have the one that you can earn in the game via gameplay, and then they have the one that you can buy.
Yeah.
Like you got how many games? And like now you're like, no, let's like we're gonna hide it in six. Like so one of them.
Even
like,
Warframe has only 2 currencies. It's platinum and
yeah, the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, credits in game, platinum you need for some other stuff, but it's like, a lot of times they give you some free plat and all, but it's like 6 currencies? Like, is there a transaction? Is there a transfer rate? Like, can I change one out for, something better? Like, what is going on here? Like, what was the thought on that one? That's what I really want to know.
I don't know. Second problem, games as a service. We've heard this time and time again. You don't need to every game tack on methods of making money. Let the game sell itself and it'll be fine. This could go probably 2 ways. Either A, it has nothing to do with the game, and to be honest, it can be easily skipped, and it's just like one of those pieces like Dead Space 2's multiplayer, which nobody talked about, or Mass Effect 3's multiplayer.
Or Andromeda's multiplayer.
Oh god, that had multiplayer?
Yep, it was the same format as threes. It's pretty much just missions
Ah,
with objective missions. Me and
ah,
TVFS, we both own it on PC. I mean, they were fun, like just fun things to do with friends and just shits and giggles and all. You get extra resources in game, if when you go back to your solo campaign. So that was kind of fun, But it was just something we're just bored and did. But it's not something that's like, oh yeah, we gotta get on there, man, gotta get on there. No, so yeah, sorry about
ah.
that.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that existed. But games games as a service needs to stop. We do not need games as a service. Why do we have games as a service? This is their way of just tacking on extra money. And like I said, it can go one or two. Either A is really bad and we just forget about it. B, they try to force it on you and it's really bad and it just kicked everybody on off. I don't really think a battle pass is necessary here. Let the game be the game. Maybe you can earn. Sometimes I feel like you can just earn it via try to earn the credits, or whatever the currency is going to be via in-game missions or something.
Yeah,
You
side
don't.
missions, little side quests, or like
Yeah,
maybe like one thing is like oh you broke 80 trash cans. Congratulations, here's $10.
yeah. We don't literally need a battle pass every month because then they got to make you do crappy quests to get it. Oh, you need to do Harley Quinn.
You gotta
I
take
don't
Harley
know.
Quinn to the top of Gotham.
Explosive pack.
You gotta take Harley Quinn to the top of Gotham and do the chicken dance. It's like what?
You've got to do 55 missions after the thing's over. You're like, oh god, it's just basically MMO
Fortnite,
dailies. Nobody wants to
Fortnite,
do, yeah,
MMO.
Fortnite. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. That just don't. I just thought about it. Don't do it.
Yep.
You got time. Just erase that part and say it's a lie and erase it, and we'll
Say
believe
oops.
you. Say it was a false leak and erase it, and we'll believe you.
It was an idea we were thinking about, but decided not to do it.
Yeah, just go that route.
Yeah.
It's the best way.
And then
I'm so
like I agree that like that's why I said microtransactions they drive me nuts. Like it's just and but the thing is like I feel like we're gonna keep seeing these game companies try and do it because it's all about the capitalism. They're trying to monetize as much as they can, get much like, and it just comes back to me like, and I people probably get tired of me saying it, but like just reminds me so much of Ready Player One. The main villain there, like he tries to take over. It's how he can then just monetize the screen and have like nothing but like ads and stuff and like for base people and like then you have to like pay like membership subscriptions just to try and get rid of most of them and all like just they're trying to make as much money as they can without care of like a lot of the gameplay sometimes. So in
well. It
battle
just oh
passes you see a lot of times when you have that capability cosmetics. So they said in here like there's screens for character cosmetics, which normally character cosmetics I think of like Borderlands. You're going around blowing stuff up and you find a random chest. Oh hey, look, there it is. Or like you find this random like hidden boss and you kill it and like you got this rare cosmetic. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, but apparently they're also like, no, you do quests and all, then we can give you some better cosmetics. Kind of like Smite or Apex or Call of Duty. Like, oh, here's like until you get to Battle Pass level 15, you won't get this skin. But do all these, like you said, these random quests. It's that takes the fun out of it. That just sucks the fun out of the game, in my opinion. And
yeah, I can see that in some ways happening, and it's like I said, for me, it's microtransactions. It's really dependent on how you do it. Personally, for me, most video games make so much money, it's not even funny. Um, the video game market is in the billions right now. I don't even, to be honest, in some ways, I don't understand why they raise the games prices up. They can claim whatever they want. They make a bunch of money, but that is an argument for another day. Um, the For me with microtransactions, it depends on how it's used and how it's implemented into the game. If it's not too disturbing, I mean, Smite for me, yeah, spend some money on Smite. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it, but I like the game itself, and the microtransactions don't really interfere with the game.
hmm
It doesn't make the game worse if you don't have microtransactions.
yeah,
So that one's to me is fine, and as long as it's not like a Dead Space 3 situation where
or EA Battlefront.
oh god, yeah, Battlefront 2
There,
situation.
let me put the recent dark horse out there that we had with that crap.
Yeah, as long as it's not like that, I feel like this shouldn't even be in there, and I think it's just gonna be dumb. This is gonna be one of those pieces that you're just gonna forget about.
Like I said, I'm hoping it's just that battle pass they throw in there, and it's just the random stuff that you can get, and you can either ignore it or do it. As long as they don't force it. To me, it's just extra noise of them. Like it feels like they're trying to say, can you please buy it? I'm just gonna like, no, I bought your game. I'm playing them storyline. Get out of my way, you know. But if they're trying to force it, then it's and trying to put more extra stuff in there, like better things or equipment and gear and stuff behind it, that's when we're gonna have the problem. That's
Yeah.
when they're gonna be going that EA route, and it's we all saw how that one went, guys. So hopefully they don't do that. Rocksteady, you got some time here, so we'll see how you do. Because if not, we're gonna say bye bye to Justice League. And speaking
Yeah.
of bye byes, we must say rest in peace, Google Stadia.
I wish I was singing some NSYNC, but I don't want to get DMCA'd.
Bye bye bye. Okay. Oh, my fangirl came out. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, my childhood of just listening to those songs just because that was what was on the radio. Why'd you do that to me, Nineball? But as I said, rest in peace, Google Stadia. Charles Hart from Games Informer heads up Stadia owners. Google's cloud gaming program is shutting down tomorrow, January 18th. The service began issuing refunds for all hardware last November, but if you haven't received one yet, information on how to obtain one should have been emailed to the Google account used to make the purchase. However, past Stadia Pro subscriptions will not receive refunds. There is a silver lining for those of you with Stadia controllers and nothing to use them for. Starting today, you can download an update that will allow your controller to use Bluetooth. However, be warned,
Ooh.
this permanently disables Wi Fi capabilities. So if you download the update now, you won't be able to play Stadia games before the shutdown tomorrow. More details, you can visit the Stadia Help Center.
Oh no! So I gotta make a choice. Do I want to play Stadia,
For
or
one
do I
more
want to
day.
download the update to this thing? Because right now it's been sitting in the bottom of my it's sitting in the bottom of my controller drawer over here.
You've got a hard decision there, Nine Ball.
Yeah, it's next to my Steam Link controller, which is this godforsaken thing.
I remember that. I remember them giving deals out for that in
I bought it, it was like
their box.
$5.
Yeah, I saw the deal. I was thinking about it. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I picked it
It
up
came
for
with the
$5.
box, like the Fire Stick style Steam box that you can
Yeah,
attach to the TV.
it's
I'm like,
somewhere over here. I gotta find it. It's somewhere. Where did I put that thing at?
I mean, hey, keep it, man, because eventually you can just like put it in a glass case and all, and put it up, and people are like, "What's that?" Like that was the Stadia. What was that? That was a failure, is what that was.
10,000 years later, aliens will find it and be wondering. So this is what happened to humanity. Yeah, they built things like this and just doomed them. Uh,
Pretty much. Just all became neats on couches, just gaming away. But
maybe
to me, I mean, like I said, rest in peace, Stadia. You tried. Wish you tried harder, I guess, but um, yeah, it's sad that I mean, they're coming to an end, and at least they're giving some refunds out. Like they did mention like past stuff you can't do. Fortunately, that's done and gone. But anything current that's like was activated beforehand, it sounds like they're definitely just going to give a refund. I do like the fact that you if you got the controller, you can download this update to then be able to use it as a Bluetooth controller anywhere. You know that is actually kind of nice. Because now
yeah,
you're
it's
not
not a
just
bad looking controller. It's
no,
look at it.
I mean, it kind of looks like just like an Xbox controller, and it's good that they're doing that because I mean, that's like maybe like what 25-30 bucks worth of hardware that you would have to throw away or be just completely useless now. But they're like, no, you actually can still use it. I'm like, so I was gonna say this. There is some good stuff that they're doing for the ending of it, So at least they're not just dropping and saying, "Nah, we're done. Bye." Just leaving them in the dark and in the dust, in the dirt. So I do applaud them for at least trying to do something for their people, saying at least thank you for trying to play, but we gotta go. Nineball, as someone who does own Stadia, what does this do to you, my good sir? How broken up
Devastated.
are you? I can tell.
I mean,
Jeez.
it really hurts my heart. I might have to get rid of my free controller and stuff that they gave me.
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
you can download the update and use it on your
it's
Xbox,
not
or
worth it if I can't play a Stadia game.
it's not the same.
It's not the same. Uh, uh really though, I didn't even notice. I got the free controller, but I never really played Stadia. I played a little bit of Stadia, but I feel actually kind of bad. I'm hoping that they get all these refunds out for all these people.
I
If you
haven't looked
bought like,
into it.
let's say you bought like your Cyberpunk or something on Stadia.
Ooh, first off, why'd you do that?
I don't know, but let's say if somebody special decided to do that, Bluetooth connection. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, you can so. All right, I'm sorry. I'm looking up the Stadia controller right now. Yeah, I'm on Stadia site.
Their help center. Now,
Yeah.
since you're on there, I guess one of the things, because I'm actually kind of curious about this, is there a cutoff time for the refunds and all? Because I know they said to mention in here, like, if you haven't done it for a refund yet, to contact the Stadia Help Center. Normally, most times, if I see something go down, like a company go down and all, and they are doing refunds, normally I feel like they give about, I want to say, anywhere from 6 to 9 months after the actual like down date for any like refunds or transaction stuff to process through, you know, like for that stuff to go through and all.
Um,
Not
it's
sure if there's one for this.
how will I be notified about my refund? They're supposed to be emailing you about your refunds and stuff. They're supposed to be sending it back to your site that how you paid for stuff. They should be sending it back to it. If they
So
cannot, they're supposed to be contacting you via email to see if you
so
can set up a
it's like a
different way.
save card on file, and they're just going to issue a refund backwards.
Yeah, they're just gonna send it back to your account.
So they probably just touched everything that was like within an X amount of time frame and just start hitting it up. But any issues, contact them. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
It's actually a
But
smart way of doing it. I feel like, instead of just having customers reach out, you just say, you know what, just go into the list and just push it all back. Okay. So, yep, the end of Stadia has come. Now we just got to see if Amazon's Luna is going to go the same way, or if it's just
oh yeah, I
going
forgot
to
about
sit
that.
that. It's just going to sit there, you know.
Oh, yeah, let's go check that one. Come on, Luna. There you
I mean, like
are.
they launched Luna, but it's like you just don't hear anything. Like you don't hear anything about it. Like it's
Let's
like
see how many
we're
games
now
are on
saying
Luna.
Stadia's gone by. I'm like, are we going to see another a headstone in the gaming graveyard with Luna on it next? You next to Stadia, going. They tried, man. They
Pretty
tried.
much. I'm looking at this library. It's not looking too hot here.
I mean,
Uh,
after their first game, Amazon's first game launch, like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're not doing
they
hot.
got Ubisoft's library on here.
Okay, now that's just that's just tying in, trying to get fillers. Is what
Yeah,
that's
but
doing.
Ubisoft just leeches to everything. It's like a parasite at this point.
It's like, hey, you want me? I can fill your library up.
What's wrong
Can
with your son? Is it tapeworm? No, it's worse. It's Ubisoft.
I?
Taking everything.
And and Amazon's encouraging it.
I'm not seeing much in a way. Play free. What what games do you have? It's not really showing me a
I've
game library.
never I've
See
never
all the
touched
games.
Luna or Stadia because they just I felt like the cloud system at the time was just not to a level that we would go with. And now speaking of this, because this actually kind of ties backwards a bit, Nine Ball, because Stadia's died and PlayStation is now trying to do their own cloud gaming. Do you think that they've done enough research and looked at enough of what Stadia was doing and what Luna were trying to do and made it better and more functional, made it more capable versus what we saw with them? Do you think it's like I feel like it's a combination with cloud gaming of two things, or actually three things. Sorry, my bad. The system you're running it on, your own internet capabilities, and where you're connecting into. So, because of those three things, do you think because of what we've seen with Stadia and with not seen with Luna, do you think maybe PlayStation possibly has a better idea now and are able to do this? Just kind of adding this in there now that we're saying goodbye to something that was pretty purely based on streaming.
I think they're actually in a better spot. It's how PlayStation's already recognized, so they already have a pretty good reputation.
Hmm.
But more importantly, it's how they do it. Them and Xbox not only allow you to stream games, but you can download them as well. So you can stream it, or you can be streaming and downloading at the exact same time while you're playing the game.
Hmm.
It'll also check your internet as well to see if you're able to stream. So I think they're in a pretty good spot. My problem with PlayStation is still, I haven't checked recently, but it was the game library itself. It's not a robust enough library. I understand PlayStation wants to protect their IP, but if you're going to jump in the pond with Xbox, who's putting all their games day one, Game Pass, you need to make sure that you're able to compete and keep up with them. The only reason why PlayStation is ahead is because simply Xbox really doesn't have any strong first party titles yet. But I feel like on their front, their premium is, I would say, okay. It's not like groundbreaking, but I think it'll do fine. It's a great add on without it being forced on you.
Hmm.
So if it's something like, let's say, like I don't want premium, like I don't really want to stream the games, and I can just drop down to regular
Hmm.
PlayStation Plus, whatever tier that was, and it's not intrusive.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, theirs to be around for a lot longer than Stadia,
Plus,
which was
because they
just
have a larger library of current IPs and even past IPs that they can dig into, that they would have a better chance of getting it fully running.
that's the weird part though, because they lost an entire thing, and I hope they fix it. When I was on there, one of the biggest issues is basically the PlayStation 3.
Hmm.
You can only stream those. It's something to do with the architecture because the PlayStation 3 was just weird.
I know they
Like,
brought on um, an OS simulator position to try and get oh, I'm already forgetting the name, and I use one to an emulator. I know they brought on someone for emulator creation in there because of that, because we have seen an issue where they did change the architecture in three from one and two and into three, and then changed it back or something better in four. So I wonder if they're maybe still working on that. I haven't seen any job postings or continuations or any other information on that, so who knows?
yeah, they'll
But
be around though.
hopefully they get it together, because if they can really do this and really put it out there, then that definitely will help them a lot, I feel. So much better than Stadia. And it's funny, guys, because this is Google Stadia that did it. So Google now tried and now
Let me check something. He just reminded me of another one.
uh-oh.
What
Uh-oh.
happened? What happened to Nvidia Razer?
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's just like now like just an application program you can download. I don't think it's like cloud or anything. Like I've still heard about some stuff
No, it
through
was
there.
actually a game stream. Yeah, game streaming. What was it? The Shield, Nvidia Shield.
That one I didn't hear about, but I've of course always used Radeon, so AMD stuff for my
I remember
GPUs.
hearing about this because it was supposed to be a streaming device that allowed you to stream games. Well, that's interesting. It's 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 still alive. It's still it's Shield TV. That's smart. It's basically it's like a Fire.
Sounds like a Fire Stick.
It is. It's by a Fire Stick because
Interesting.
these prices are. Let's see. Let's check these prices. Uh,
$100, $50,
no.
$3,000.
I think it was like 150.
I mean, it depends on what you can use it for. If you can use it for streaming, TV, gaming, and all that other stuff, then maybe. But I'm curious about the streaming though. Like, if you can just like, if it's going to be like the Steam system that they did for the streaming, where it's like you just connect in like from your Steam account and stream that way. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
about 124 for the basic Shield. The Shield TV 4 Pro is 174. Then you have to buy the controller, which is $60,
Oh man, you can't just
and then
use
you can
any.
buy the stand for $20.
Can't we just use the Stadia controller?
Might be able to now.
uh,
Oh, it has an expandable flash drive, or
I feel like eventually, because like right now you got the Steam Deck, which can dock in, and same thing with the Nintendo Switch, which can dock in, or you can pull up and go and all. Eventually, we're probably gonna have just stuff that's just like that, just like one thing, to where we can easily just start streaming it to multiple devices. Eventually you're gonna be able to play Xbox games on your, as we've said before, on your fridge and all while you're waiting for your dinner to cook. You can do it there. Eventually we're gonna get to that point. I feel like though, like a lot of this is just they're testing the waters, trying to get stuff to work and trying to see if they can push the technology forward. Because without it doing well, without it going anywhere, capitalist American investors are not going to touch it and not going to go anywhere near it, and then it just falls off because it loses all that funding. You know, so
oh my god, it's got a remote locator. What the heck?
what? Does the remote vibrate if you activate it and like
I'm
you're trying to
scared to know what
find?
it does. Does it talk to you?
I'm
It has
over
Google.
here. Your
It's got
remote.
Google Assistant and Alexia
Lexus, where are you? Lexus.
spying on you while you sleeping at night. I
I'm
noticed you
here in the
snore.
cushions where you left me, Dave.
I noticed you snored last night. Was you
I've
having a bad dream?
I googled
Uh,
several locations and items that can help you with that because it annoyed me. I'm like, oh good god, what's that new horror movie that's out? That's about the doll that it was
oh,
the
Megan.
android. Yeah, Megan. I'm like, I feel like we're gonna like move around and just a bunch of Megans in the world. It's like, oh man. So rest in peace, Google Stadia. You tried, but you
Don't
weren't there. Weren't there. But before we go on to the next one, I do have to do a shout out for Malachi because he would not want me to let him stay low. He would want me to raise him up with some Raise Energy drinks, which you guys can get at repsports.com, reppsports.com. You can get your workout powders, energy supplements, energy drinks there, even some t-shirts and other merchandise there. And you can also get it with 15% off at checkout by typing in ALWT Gaming. That's right, guys. 15% off at checkout for your workout powders, supplements, and energy drinks. Rep Sports, reppsports.com. All for you, Malachi. Got you, buddy.
He's not here because he drank one. He drank a Raise Energy.
Raised him up too high. We couldn't bring him down. He went up on us.
Yeah, he's gone right now. He's in the
Eventually,
clouds.
he's in the
Raise
PlayStation
Energy.
cloud. He's up
That's
there.
Raise Energy.
He's in the alpha version of it. That's that going, yeah, guys, this is good. Riding that Sony
Raise
pony
Energy.
across the Sony rainbow.
With this Raise Energy.
Oh,
Oh, we better leave him alone before he turns off the stream.
he's probably watching it
We
like,
just got
what
cut
the
off. Like
heck?
we just got cut off stream. What happened? I need to talk.
We need to have a chat here, guys. Going on to our next story. Where art thou, Harry? And no, we're not talking about where are you, Harry? We're actually talking about like where art thou, Harry Potter. Partha Bulgaria from Game Rant. A new leak from Hogwarts Legacy reveals the total playtime fans can expect from the main story and its side content. Hogwarts Legacy is one of the biggest games of 2023, and its hype seems to have been matched by sales as recent data revealed it to be one of the best-selling games on Steam. And that is pre-sale, guys, because it's not even out yet. As reported by Video Games Chronicles, a new leak reveals that the main story of Hogwarts Legacy will take around 35 hours to finish, with 70 hours needed for 100% completion. This data comes from a leaked art book of the game, and fans can find other interesting information, such as the world map, in the images. A Twitter user named Bigby has shared a ton of images from the art book, including a look at the menu and inventory system of Hogwarts Legacy. I'm definitely excited for this game, Nineball, but I'm going to let you go first before I just rant all night long. What does this
All
do
right.
for you?
Uh, it's to me, it's kind of standard. Most MMOs I expect to be pretty long. I'm not even gonna let me look at something real quick. Give me a second.
Now, Harry Potter, I don't think is an MMO. It's going to be a
Not
standalone, it's single player game, story game. Sorry.
yeah. Last one I had that was long was what is that game? Skyrim. Yeah, I still got 900 hours.
Oh, I got a lot of games like that too. Conan,
Yeah, I got well over 900 in
Fallout.
that. That sounds pretty standard. Who's make Let me check something.
Its developer is Avalanche Software.
Avalanche. Why does it sound familiar?
They did. Looks like they worked on Gotham Knights, Back for Blood, the Star Wars Lego stuff. Looks like they, because I'm. Oh wait, no, that's Warner Brothers. Never mind. Hold on. For some reason my thing clicked on Warner Brothers. No, apparently Avalanche is fully underneath Warner Brothers games.
I've heard of the title, but for me, like I said personally, it still does not know not much because I really don't know the lore or anything of Harry Potter.
Didn't read the
I
books or watch the movies.
no. Only thing I know is you're a wizard, Harry. That's it. That's all I know.
uh, the base format. Well, I'm definitely very excited because I definitely grew up on Harry Potter, reading the books and all, watching the movies, listening to the tapes during travels and all. When I was younger, yes, people, that's how old I am. I listened to cassette tapes of the Harry Potter book. You can grill me later on it. Um, I'm excited for this, and not because it's Harry Potter, but because it's in the Harry Potter universe. So Hogwarts Legacy is not about the main character of Harry Potter at all. It is about a new person coming into Hogwarts, and it's during what appears to be the Goblin Wars almost, because they do mention like the Goblin Wars. Like if anyone knows the lore and all, like it's kind of talked about in Harry Potter, like the stuff that's happened in the past. So if they're coming in and creating a brand new game, a new story, but in the universe of it. So there's barely any ties to, as far as I'm understanding, into the actual story characters of the Harry Potter genre. There's just the history and the lore that's being brought up and that you're playing it. So that first off is just fantastic for me. Like I cannot wait for it. 35 hours for main gameplay, that is awesome. That means there's a lot to do main storyline. It means there's a good deep story in there. And because what we've seen with a lot of the characters, some of them being like you have like friendship options and all, I'm hoping there's a lot of character development and character development quests that you can go along and do to get introduced. And I'm hoping it's not just the four. Like I hope they've added more in that they just have not told us about in this world, because Hogwarts is a big school, guys. It's a castle. Like there's a lot of people there. I'm hoping we can get more people. Um 70 hours for extra stuff, that is fantastic. I cannot wait to delve into this world and go deep in there and see like what they're hiding in, because we've seen dungeons, we've seen a lot of stuff that they've got going on, fights and everything. So um, cannot wait to get a hold of that. And then I'm going to be getting this on PC, guys. So I'm hoping what also comes out is, first off, mods. That's going to be so much fun if they do some good mods for it, if they allow it, because some games I know have come out and don't allow mod access. So we'll have to see
Out
what
of
they do.
confidence, 15.
Um, but then I'm also curious about DLCs for this game, because a lot of times some of these games, like I'm thinking of Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, they pull out DLCs later on that have extra story stuff to it, extra side story contents that they've shown or done. So new extra people, like in Mass Effect 3 they've done that, in Dragon Age they've done stuff like that. So like I know that like they're not the same companies, but I'm hoping they kind of take a hint at that and do that as well after this main game launches, and give us more content to add on and increase the story. you know Horizon is adding had added in the Frozen Wilds, and then of course the now the Burning Shores, which is new area content for those games. Like I really hope that they add on extra stuff for this. So I cannot wait to see what they do with this game, guys. Um, and how it comes out. It comes out February 10th. Now, if you do get it on PlayStation, I believe they have like an extra option for either PlayStation or Xbox pre-orders. There's a little option there. I don't know if this is the same thing, but on PC, if you pre-order it, you get a certain amount, which I believe is the threshold amount, and then also you can actually get the game 72 hours in advance. So it unlocks 72 hours in advance on there. We got ALWT Gaming. So Malachi is actually ghosting us in the chat. He says you're a big school. I am very a big school. Thank you for calling out my weight, Malachi. Not the same companies. They both were made by BioWare Law. Me and ME and DA. No, I know that those both were the same company. I'm saying um, the Avalanche group that's making this game is not the same as those, because like it's a different company, but I'm hoping that they've looked at them and they've played through them and seen the stuff they've done and taken a lot of ideas from that, because 2 and 3 of Mass Effect and Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition were fantastic games and just a lot of good stuff in there. Uh, he says it's PlayStation and you get additional early DLC and special mission. That's what it was. So I think it's like there's like an extra special mission area that you get in there. Hopefully, eventually they'll put that mission over into PC version, but right now I'm still going PC and all because I definitely like the 72 hours advance owning, and then also getting that, the mount and all. That's going to be good. So Malachi says not wait long. I know, I'm just joshing with you, man. You know, you know. He says likely they will DLC for Hogwarts. I'm like, yeah, I hope they do, man. I hope they bring out some good DLCs, and because this game's gonna be fantastic. I
So I have
cannot wait. What's up,
I
Matt?
have
What's up,
I
Nightball?
have a question.
What's up?
Does it have like different classes? Like, you know how Skyrim has like different classes, like they have different classes of mages, warriors, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Does this one have like that? Will it have that in there?
See,
Because
what we've seen now, they did a little bit of a trailer. Malachi's in the chat here, guys, says probably there'll be different classes of mages or elements, and that's actually true because one of the things we saw was where your character did Slytherin's trial. Slytherin was known for using very dark magics, so you're going to have light magics, gray magics, dark magics. Now that's if they keep a lot of the lores that I've read or seen. So I haven't seen too much on what spells they're using. um, throws in a little party hat down there. So they do have that version. So you're gonna have light and dark aspects and all. You can probably definitely have healers, because there's a lot of healing magic. You're gonna have battling magic. You're gonna have like support magic most likely. So it's more or less going to be different classes of mage styles. So different aspects in terms of like battles, dueling, spells to use for both. Um, I don't know about any like RPG trees or anything like that, like skill trees like you see in Skyrim and a lot of these other games, Borderlands and all that. I don't think I've seen anything like that. Now they may have released some stuff to show us more, but I haven't tuned into too much of that because I really don't want any spoilers. I want to go in kind of like almost like a pure virgin, which is I don't know why I said that. Anyways, I want to go in pretty much clean on it and really just get the full aspect there. So there could be that stuff. There could not be too much. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But it would be nice if they definitely gave us, and I think they do, because like I said, you can go to Slytherin's trial and get a lot of those dark spells and all. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be maybe like some sort of like renegade paragon, light and dark balance thing that will go on with you. Um, calling out the old Knights of the Old Republic from Star Wars, where you had either the light, gray, or dark sides that you can do. You might have that aspect back. So we'll have to see.
it's just I didn't know much about the lore. Like I know, like for example, like Star Wars has like Jedi Knights, warriors, and Skyrim has like witch hunters, sorcerers,
Mm-hmm.
mages, necromancers.
Yeah.
Then you have the warriors, paladins, and all that. It just the only thing I ever seen on Harry Potter was just people running around with wands and yelling words. Just looking like,
Expelliarmus.
yeah, that's it.
We can goddamn no. So that's like just the basis, but like the world is like they've got like researchers, they got or like police force, who are like the ones that go out and like arrest and fight people, who are doing stuff. So they might do classes or something along those lines to where like certain spells may get boosted or lowered depending upon like what you do, but we'll have to see. Malachi in the chat says, think of Spellbound or whatever it was that the or whatever it was called the battle royale, but Harry Potter style. So it's
You do know Spellbound no longer exists. I think that one went under too.
that's what I think Hogwarts fighting will be similar to. So they've actually shown gameplay of the fighting. So and it's like very kind of like spell oriented, shot based. But I feel like they could do some stuff that's kind of close ranges, but not like you're not going to have fisticuffs at all. You're not going.
I'm not gonna be able to have
I
like a
mean,
warhammer.
nope. Malachi says it didn't go under. It's under new management company, but I won't divert the stream.
Yeah, that's called going under.
That's called, they're trying, but we'll see if they succeed to revive. He says, nah, fam law. But yeah, so with the Harry Potter game, like, they may not do close range. I know that like, Harry's used a sword like a little bit. Like he had a sword in there, and most people like in other stuff theorize that he could use it in combat and all. So I don't know. We will have to see because mainly what they focused on looked like just spell work. So who knows if they add something with like dual hand capability. Harry plus sword equals Templar. Depends on the alignment. He could be a dark, light, or gray Templar.
He might be a paladin. Paladins use a lot of magic and armor spells like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's also magical creatures in there. So there's like beast taming you could do, probably. So there's a lot of stuff in this
But
game.
like Pokemon too.
No, I'm thinking more like an actual I like a beast warden or something from like the games like where like you have like your own like familiars and like you have better like aspects with animal creatures or getting them on your side to help in situations, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Malachi's in there saying Shieldiamos. I think he's had a little too much rage, guys. I agree with Nineball. He had too much.
He's
He's
still
up there.
drinking
He's
them.
up in the way.
Put those drinks down. One raise is good. Two raises is bad.
He says that's Harry trying to cast a protection spell. Lol. Well, there's no Harry Potter in here. There's only your character, guys. So yes, it is full character creation, full story. You've got the different houses aspects too that you can go into: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. So it's create your own with inside the story that they've got going. So can't wait to get in there and can't wait to play. Pre-orders are available, so hop on and get yours as soon as you can. And hopefully they do multiplayer eventually because that would be even better in my opinion. But even single player is going to be fantastic. Going out with some fun ones besides the fun I just had with the Hogwarts Legacy. I'm sorry to leave you out of it, Nineball. Gotta get you to read some books, man. Stop playing games.
I don't believe in reading.
Like, what's this, a manual? Forget that.
It's not worth listening to. It's not worth doing.
But for some fun ones to end out the night, guys, we've got Forspoken Quiet Demo Update. Yep, you heard it right. Maurice Hampton from Game Rant, the director of Forspoken, has surprised fans with an update to the playable demo that was released earlier for PlayStation 5. In response to the feedback, Luminous Production detailed plans to address concerns of fans and added a list of changes coming to the full game. List of changes including increased text size, button mapping options, and a fix for HDR issues that some players experienced during their time with the demo. Luminous Production was applauded for its response to consumer feedback on the playable demo of Forspoken. Earlier today, the director of Forspoken followed up with that promise and stated that the team would also be adding updates to the playable demo on PS5 as well. In a post to Twitter, Takeshi Aramaki shared that the demo would receive an update that included button mapping options, a fix to lock-on issues, text size adjustments, and a general patch to various technical issues.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! Is this real? Did they actually use a demo to test their game? Activision puts out a demo like, let's say, a Battlefield 2042, and then just launched it anyway, even though they knew it wasn't working. Oh my god, I can't believe that. They actually tested their game. I mean, this is surprising. Who knew you could use a demo to, make sure that your game worked? I didn't know you used demos for that. I thought you used it as a bonus when you pre-order it, like Battlefield and Call of Duty did. Congratulations, you've earned the right to test our game. Too bad we're not going to fix it.
Not gonna chat. I know you're joshing, but really it is surprising because it's not a beta law, and that's actually something that's true because here's a bigger thing, guys. Is like this is a game that's on the console, pretty much mainly is its primary point. You normally don't see that with demos on consoles. Normally they do the demo, if at all. They get the feedback and then they try and do it, but they do it and then push it out day one.
It's just launch it
And then
anyway.
the fact that they're still beta testing on a demo, that's very good in my opinion. Like I play a lot of demos on Steam because I love the indie fests and all. I like playing those demos, seeing what people got, and giving some feedback for the games I do enjoy. I do like seeing that.
I
That they
might buy
take
it.
that and then start upgrading and start changing and listen to the players because we're the ones playing the game. Like yes, they do
Yeah.
quality of testing and all. They do their stuff, they do their checks and everything,
Yeah.
but that's still not like I feel like live environment actions like we are. Like like doing it on our systems. Like because like you may have a quality environment test and all, but you have no idea what we did to our systems. You don't know what we've been doing or how we jailbroke it. You know you don't know that.
We use the
You know.
word test very loosely. Like I said, this is actually a very good, for me, it's a very good sign. And it really tilts me in a way to where I am more tempted to get the game because, like I was, like Malachi said, I was joshing, but it's true. It's so many games that release betas and demos, and they go, "Oh, well, it's fine. This is just like I forgot. I think it was Battlefield that said it. This is just an older version of it. It's not the up to date version." Then you get the game when it came out. The game didn't function, and they knew very well that it wasn't working. It's good that they're fixing the problems now, so we don't have a situation where it's a update the size of the game, which is sometimes another problem that's happened. Well, on Cyberpunk, that happened was probably one of the more memorable examples here.
I mean, I think you can count on one hand the amount of times the games come out console day one and not then had a patch update the next day.
I understand the patch update. It's just it shouldn't be that big, and you shouldn't be coming out with that many problems. If you release, especially if you release a beta and or a demo for the game, use that to test the game. Get your feedback, figure out what the problems are, and then go ahead and fix it before it comes out.
Yep. Yep. No, I definitely agree because you definitely want that feedback. You want to know what's going on with the game. You want to know how it runs for people. So, and the fact that they listened is already bonus points, bonus brownie points, everything for them for spoken for the team with them.
And
So
I get
different
it. I
response
mean,
times.
I believe this is like a new IP, so you want to come out the door the right way.
Yep.
And I'm glad that they are taking those steps to make sure that Forspoken doesn't just because it looks interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks interesting. It's just it's a new IP, and I want to make sure you want to make sure it comes out the gate right. And maybe I mean, if this does well, it can easily for who is it, Square Enix can easily turn into like a franchise something, even if it isn't about the same lady, Alara Frey. I'm looking at the site now.
Hmm.
Even if it isn't all about her, it can turn into like a new universe and stuff. And I think it'd be kind of cool, but it needs to come out the right way. And I'm glad that they're taking steps to make sure that it is going to come out the right way.
Yep. No. Definitely props to you guys and the team on Forspoken for that and for responding quickly. You know, you're already doing better than most other games out there. So, I think you just got yourself some more people buying the game day one. So, Good job on that. A little bit of anime news to kind of break up things here a bit, guys, because as you guys know, we're gaming nerds, but we do also love our anime. Gotta love them animes. Attack on Titan final season is here. Ryan Dimsdale from IGN. Attack on Titan's final season part 3 will be split into two halves. First of which will premiere on March 4th. Though the alleged final season was technically been running for the past two seasons, part 3 should be absolute end of Attack on Titan, as there is no more manga to adapt. Crunchyroll shared a tweet from the Japanese Attack on Titan Twitter account, which revealed the date alongside a brand new trailer for the upcoming season. So, for those of you who are diehard Attack on Titan fans or have been waiting for the final finale of it, you've got it coming in two parts. So hopefully that means there's a lot of good content that they're doing, that they're taking their time with it and trying to make it right and to finish it out good for y'all.
All right, I'm not like a huge Attack on Titan fan, but I'm gonna just say this: don't Game of Thrones it. Just don't.
I would say definitely don't Gurren Lagann it, because that ending for Gurren Lagann just is.
Did you see Game of Thrones ending?
I never touched Game of Thrones because I didn't
Oh
watch
my
it.
god, that ending was terrible. I don't think Gwen Loggin can even match how bad. I mean, it's memeing bad how
Like
bad
Gurren
that was.
Lagann did it, and then Game of Thrones came along and they did theirs, and Gurren Lagann just stepped out of the way and it just says here, take first place.
It's literally a meme about the Starbucks coffees that was on the table doing the shooting.
Oh my god.
Somebody literally the one chick, I think Amelia Clark, and it was drinking Starbucks, and it was literally on set, and they literally didn't edit it out. I think it was also a water bottle too.
Oh my god. They just said we're done. We're out of here.
Yeah,
Peace.
they wrapped. It was bad. It was bad, bad.
Well,
Just don't drop the ball on Attack on Titan. I know it's a huge anime. People, I haven't really watched. I watched quite a bit of it. Just never got into it like that.
yeah, I didn't finish it out. I have watched. I do need to finish it out, but
And
it's definitely good. It's very very dark. Um, so for fair warning to those of you who are just coming in and love anime and like, oh, I should check it out. Like, just fair warning. There's a very dark tag on there for it. Very dark world, apocalyptic world. So be warned. But
I'm
yeah, for
actually
those who are waiting, your wait's almost over. March
and
4th.
and whatever you do, don't Call of Duty it. Like I was joking around with Malachi before. I was like, are they going to split this up to yearly installments?
You get pod 1.5 now. You'll get the other 0.5 later, and then we'll do 2.5 and 2. And then actually we'll do 1.75 and then 2 later on after that. By
I
the end
feel
of the
like
year.
Yeah, I feel like even with this one being over, with the hype and amount of things it's got on it, I feel like this anime will probably easily get a prequel or something, some spin off about it. That's the way I feel on it. I mean, this one, I know, I'm not like I said, I'm not hugely into it or anything, but this one will probably get a spin off.
The
So if
Attack
they
on
do it
Titan.
and do it right, yeah. Well, yeah, if it ends right, because that can really kill an anime, and I'm not gonna lie, it really killed. Like when Game of Thrones dropped the ball that bad on season 8, and then House of Dragon came out, I really had no interest to watch House of Dragon after that. You
Yeah, I've
just
heard
like,
about that. I've heard people not really caring about it.
yeah, because it was just that bad of an ending. They should have, if you do it right, because it felt like the ending of season 8 of Game of Thrones was severely rushed, and you could tell it was rushed. It was just like they was ready to go. They was ready for the new project. Half the stuff they didn't resolve, they just threw some stuff together, and they just did it in the most sloppiest way I've ever seen in a show ever. It was terrible. It was one of the worst seasons ever to be made. Like I said, I mean, it's a meme with the Starbucks cups and all that. They had like a water bottle. The ending was just dumb. They just had like a big. I don't really want to go into it.
That's for another time. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll be
so
stuck there for a while. Let's.
good luck, Attack on Titan. Hopefully, you guys finish out good and your fans are happy. Speaking of people who aren't going to be happy, for those of you waiting for Black Myth they've pushed the release date back, guys. Ryan Dinsdale from IGN Developer Game Science has announced that its Chinese folklore RPG Black Myth Wukong will be released during summer of 2024 in a wild new trailer. The bizarre 2-minute short film below attached, which if you go to IGN site for the article, you'll see the link there, shows a young rabbit trying to install the game out on an out-of-date PC before it finally falls apart and they're forced to buy another. Upon finally installing the game, however, only a countdown clock appears, and years later, the aged rabbit finally gets to see Black Myth Wukong in action. That's hilarious, guys, and it kind of also tells me that they've been having some issues getting it translated to the current systems, or like they were trying to do it on some old systems and they were probably run into some cyberpunk issues. I did get word from Melka. He is going to try and pop that little trailer up here for us. But just going into it, Nine Ball, what does this say to you? I know it doesn't do anything in terms of besides the fact that it helps your fantasy critically.
Meet Azeroth.
Because
That I made the best mistake ever. I was supposed to pick up Black Myth and I picked up Wulong by accident. Best mistake ever. 100% never take it back.
Unfortunately, this actually hurts our dear friend Gravity Mark II because he picked up
All right, here we go.
Black Myth Wukong, and it's now locked for him. Here we go, guys. Malachi pulled it up for us.
It's muted.
Yep, there you go, Malachi. All right, let's see this. I want to see this next. I actually haven't seen.
Oh. That's what I do when I got my Skyrim.
Oh man. Oh my god. I remember getting those errors.
Yeah, blow
back in the
mortal.
day.
I don't see it.
It's dark.
Oh. It's error 37.
Yep. So we'll be seeing Black Myth Wukong in 2022. So that is a good way to show that they're delaying the trailer, because a lot of the stuff had nothing to do with the actual game until you get to the end when the kids were playing it and you saw a bit of them, like, you know, fighting against one of the bosses in there. So there is a little bit of that information there, a little bit of that stuff to where it's like, you know, you can see that they're still working on the game, but the fact that they didn't talk about the game kind of tells you that, you know, the fact that they need till 2024, there was probably some issues that they ran into that is really, really delayed it. So they couldn't even show a trailer with any gameplays or something, that they had to do this alternate one to be able to get out saying, sorry guys, you know. And I'm pretty sure that if you read into it, and I could be reading too deep into it, but the fact that they tried to use it on an old system and had to get a new one, and it still took like a minute to get up, and then it's like delayed still. I'm wondering if that's a little hint of like cyberpunkish, where it's like we tried to put it on PS4 and the older systems, and it's not working. So now we just gotta wipe it, just do it on the current systems, and then it's gonna take us a while just to kind of get stuff reset and going.
That may not be an issue, and it might not be that. If it was just that, they would just probably delete, not delete, but delay the past ones for PlayStation 4. If it is, it just more goes to the point to where we talked about last week, to where it may be time to start moving off those consoles. And I hate to say it, but it would have to more and more expedite it, because if it's pushing games back out of Windows to where we gotta force it to release at the same time, then you already have a problem.
Malachi in the chat says sort of. They actually have quite a bit of gameplay trailers before this announcement. They actually have 4 with full gameplay. I think this was just to make the release date a reality. It's not coming to past gen. It's next gen only. I'm pretty sure they already confirmed that. I don't remember hearing that, but they could have done it in a text post on the social apps, and I'm not very proficient with those at all. So you'd be the expert on that one, Malachi. Also goes to say, I don't hate to say it means we're moving into the future. I mean, it is like we are moving to the future, but it's for those who unfortunately can't get there yet. Hopefully they get there soon, and if not, then we'll see you. See you sometime soon. You know, but yeah, that is definitely a bummer because it definitely looked like a good game. But it's as Nine Ball said, he dodged a bullet with that one, picking up the wrong game in our Fantasy Critic League. Yes, that's right, guys. ALWT Gaming does a Fantasy Critic League with some of our off-screen friends and all. We actually have a few more joining us today, and this actually hurts Gravity, who's in this league this time. He actually picked up Black Myth Wukong and actually got counterpicked too. So it's locked in. It is locked in for him. He cannot get rid of that at all. So our league is pretty much on Fantasy Gaming Critic. If you guys go to fantasycritic.games online, it's pretty much you kind of like if you know about anything about the fantasy football leagues, kind of like that, except instead of battling everyone, you just pick up games, and then depending upon how they do in rating, is how many points you get. So it's based 70 point. It's a 70-point flat scale. So remember, 70 points is a flat zero. Anything below 70 points, you lose points. So in other words, if it does like a 68, you now lost 2 points off of the 70. So you're gonna be down 2 points in your score. If it's above 70, you actually gain points. So if it's like say an 85, you're actually going to get about 15 points. If it goes above, I think like a 90, then you're actually going to be getting some double points there. So that's even better because that's like getting 90s is damn good. So we have going into the league here, starting off in number 1 because unfortunately he finished last year, but he did it on purpose so he could take the first spot this year. Is Zaka Core from It's the Nine Ball. He has Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Wulong, Fallen Dynasty, Redfall, The Wolf Among Us 2, The Plucky Squires, Senua's Saga: Hellblade 2, ooh, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, System Shock, and Tekken 8. I hate you, Nine Ball. I hate you
That
for,
moves
take,
fast.
for taking System Shock. Curses
Yeah.
upon ye.
Yeah, I figured nobody would think about it. I was like, nobody would think about this game. I'll wait till afterwards.
I'm done about it. And he's counterpicked my game, the Sons of Forest. Sons of the Forest. Then we have ALWT Gaming with our dear Malachi. He finished off 4th last year, so he is going 2nd. He has Final Fantasy 16. Yes, guys, it's
Oh my
real.
god,
It's incoming.
he's picked that game for like the last 2 years, I think. Ever since this started, he's been picking 16 over and over again.
But this time he actually might have a chance. He's in there saying, I appreciate the compliment, but I finished 5th last year, lol.
Yeah, I finished last.
I know you finished last. Wait, do we have?
It was 6 people last year.
I couldn't count. He was 2nd to last. Let's go with that. He has Final Fantasy 16, Street Fighter 6, Hades 2, Forza Motorsport, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, and he's got 4 open spots. And he was the one who counterpicked Black Myth Wukong, locking Gravity in with 0 points on a slot.
Thanks. Now, thanks, Malachi. Now Gravity will want to play next year,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna blame you for that.
Illuminus Living by our friend LSB Live. He's got Resident Evil 4 remake, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Octopath Traveler 2, Like a Dragon Ishin, and Sea of Stars. And he's also got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's actually got 5 slots open, and he counterpicked The Wolf Among Us 2 on Nine Ball's list.
Yeah, he got me good on that one.
Titan Brain Go Punch by our dear Silent. Oh, Silent. Has Fire Emblem Engage, Liza P. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Curse You, Pikmin 4, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Thermal,
There,
That Rhythm,
there.
Final Bar Line, sounds like a dance game, Metroid Prime 4, I hope to God, Dragon Age Dreadwolf, Curse You, and I hope to God as well. And he counterpicked Bayonetta Origins Scissor, Ceresia and the Lost Demon, and he has 2 open spots. Next up is me, Carapatch Inc. I have Hogwarts Legacy, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Wild Hearts, Company of Heroes 3, and Sons of the Forest, which Nine Ball does not like.
I like it. I don't think it's gonna do well. It might get like a 70.
And I counterpicked One Piece Odyssey, which actually bit me in the butt. It
Yeah, he
actually did
lost.
pretty well,
He lost like
75.9. So I
4
lost
points.
5.9 points. So I lost a couple of points there, but to be honest, that actually surprised me. I actually was very surprised by that one, but I'm
Yeah, I
glad they're
thought it was
doing
gonna do
good.
bad. I
Yeah,
thought to be
I thought it
because
was
most
just gonna
anime
tank.
games are usually middle of the road to like bad. They're like Warhammer games, which is middle of the road
Yeah,
to bad.
and I have 5 slots open because I was kind of waiting for stuff. Didn't want to jump too far in there, but Nine Ball over here has to jump the gun. No, I'm kidding. We all play the game our own ways. Next up, we have Dr. Q from our dear friend Dr. Quiz. They've got Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which you might want to remove that one, buddy, depending upon what happens here. That one's sounding risky right now. Dead Space Remake, Alan Wake 2, Dead Island 2, and Bayonetta Origins Ceresia and the Lost Demon, which was counterpicked by, I believe that was Silent. Yep. And
He
they have
count
they
for
counterpicked
smoking.
Forspoken.
Oh, it's looking bad. I know it got like high counter picks, but it's
Someone's stuff not thinking they need them points this gaming season. Especially after what they just did with the demo, Poor
Alan Wake.
Gravity. Go ahead there, Nemo.
Alan Wake 2. I was looking at that one, but I can't in good faith say it's.
I don't think it's going to be like a popular. I think you may get like a couple points off of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Graviton, our dear Graviton, unfortunately has already lost Black Myth Wukong and from beginning locked in. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Forspoken, Atomic Heart, Black Myth Wukong, which is already not coming out, and Skull and Bones, which is looking like it's probably going to get delayed. Our dear Gravity has got 3 counter picks against them. One of them, which is like, we don't know why. That one's weird. The other 2, though, hopefully you get some big games to make up for those, Gravity. I really do. And then we have last year's winner, Moga, Make Ohio
Oh,
Great Again.
you did go. It was a counter pick.
Yep. Oh, sorry. He counterpicked Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah, that one's that
That
one
one's
can go
not
either
bad.
way. That one can go either way.
If
I
it
feel like.
launches, though, it's.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna launch, but it's just I don't know. Let's see if they did as well as they did with the last remake that they did. It might hurt. That might hurt.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
Moga, Make Ohio Great Again by our dear Ohio, has Diablo 4, curse you. Starfield, Assassin's Creed Mirage, One Piece Odyssey, which already got him 5.9 points, and then Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. He has one, two, three, four, five slots to open. He counterpicked Skull and Bones. My apologies. Graviton also has five slots open as well. So we've all kind of got our slots open. It's the beginning of the year, but we'll start filling those in as the year goes on. Although Moga might just kind of leave his as the way he always does and just, hope it does as well as it does. So, but yeah, we'll be giving you guys updates on that every so often with weeks as the gaming league goes on. We do have some games coming out here. Fire Emblem for Titan Bringo Punch, Forspoken, which is coming out 124. Fire Emblem is 120. 127 Dark Hue Dead Space remake, and then of course Mind Hogwarts Legacy 210. Let's go. Malachi actually was correcting me in there. It's actually Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line, just kind of spelled weird. From Time Break Gun Punch is
Oh,
216, and then Wild Hearts for me is 217 2023. So February is going to be a gaming year, guys. It's going to be a gaming month for sure. Gravity's also got Atomic Heart. Illuminatus Living's got Like a Dragon Ishin. Horizon Call of the Mountains in February 22nd. And then Sons of the Forest is 2023. Yeah, it's February is just going to be a game month, guys. It's
I
going to be
feel
a
like it's
game
going to
month.
be a gaming year. Like I said before, at the beginning of the year, Phil Spencer came on for Xbox and just literally talked about how they are working on games. I feel like this year for Xbox in particular, that they're probably going to begin their big launches of games because
Uh, mhm.
because to be honest, last year wasn't too good for them. Outside of Halo, what Halo Infinite, which it's
I
okay.
feel like last year we had like a lot of delays because of COVID situations, still handling that and trying to come around it, plus current world economic and environmental situations. I feel like this year's probably when we're going to start getting them. So we're probably going to see maybe some leap years with gaming. Like you may get a year where you're not going to get too much, but then the next year you probably get a lot, depending on how we recover from all this. Malachi in the chat said smart ban because I don't think it'll hit 2023. It'll hurt big time if it does drop this year, but I highly doubt it'll make the official 2023 year, likely 2024. Please talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Adam?
No, but it's still one of those things where I love to gamble, but that's a lot of chips you just threw on the table there.
Yeah, it's a big gamble. It's a big
But
one. Just
to
like the same thing, like actually Forspoken. I was gonna say is like a gamble, but I'm like, no, that's just suicide. I feel like that's just suicide right now. Counter picking Forspoken. That hurts. But yeah, so we will definitely keep you guys updated every Tuesday once as we're going through this as the games drop. Definitely here coming in February, you're going to see a lot of points stacking up and probably seeing us fill our lists more. Um, Definitely can get on there, and if you want to just do your own Fantasy Critic League game, with your friends and all, just have fun. Just go on there, fantasycritic.games, and plug it up, create your leagues, and go. So yeah, good times on there for all of us as we all watch it and watch our points go up and down and things come out and things not come out and start swearing because someone else took the game that we wanted. So good times there. Nine ball. I think we've reached the end of our segment here, don't you?
yeah.
I feel like it just feels like it just ran so smooth, so quiet. Actually, it's been too quiet. Malachi, come back. But do you have anything for our audience before we head out here today?
Just I don't really have much. Just keep gaming, have fun, and just be careful. It's still got a bit of COVID, but
Yeah, I
just
hear
be
there's a
safe.
new strand out there now too. So just be safe, guys. Just the world's not ever going to go back to the way it was. It's not. We're going to have to stay here. Just you know, just do the just take this as the new normal, guys. That's pretty much all I can say. Is just take this as a new normal and keep yourself safe and healthy for sure. And you got the two chill guys here. Malachi's the one drinking all the raised energy for us. Like he actually took our cans and drank them. Um, he's the hype guy. We're the chill guys. But I definitely agree with Nine Ball. Get out there, game, have fun. There's so many games out there, guys. So many different genres, casuals, relaxed plays, puzzles, adventures, point and clicks, stories. Like there's so much out there, guys. So much for everyone um, to just have a good time, and a lot of multiplayer stuff out there for you too. Just enjoy the family. Either family that's here, family that's overseas, or somewhere else. Like just get online, meet up with people, have a good time, just and stay safe too. Stay safe. Now, guys, in the chat says just that Raise Energy drink for 50% off by typing ALWT Gaming at checkout, and then he says bars.
Oh my
You know
god.
him, guys. He loves his Raise Energy. He raises up in a toast to all the gamers out there. Well, thanks so much, guys, for stopping by, for listening online and in podcast, and also checking this video out later on YouTube. If you definitely like it, definitely hit those likes button, subscribed. It always helps us out. We'll still be here doing this, having fun, just talking game stuff, and just enjoying this gaming world that we're in. So thanks so much for joining us, and thanks so much for listening in. I'm Mildewy Carrot. That's It's the Nine Ball. Malachi is somewhere up there on a raised cloud, but we're ending out tonight, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Calling it out. Control, Alt,
Complete.
peace.